Let's begin with a quick tour of Adobe Illustrator to help get you familiar with Illustrator's workspace. With the latest version of Illustrator CC open, you can open a file you have or this practice file from the downloadable practice files for this tutorial. To start with, choose View, Fit All in Window so you can see all of the artwork in the open document. With a file open, you'll see the Illustrator workspace. The workspace is made up of an open document in the document window, the menus above, the application bar below the menus, and on Windows the menus are actually in the application bar, the Tools panel on the left, and finally, docked panels like the Properties panel on the right. As you explore in Illustrator, you'll find that you can arrange parts of this workspace to have things you use all the time easily accessible, or to maybe show more of the artwork you're working on and less of the tools and panels. In the Tools panel on the left, you'll see all of the tools you can use to create and edit your artwork. Some of the tools have a little arrow in the corner, which means there are more tools you can choose from. Click and hold down on the rectangle tool, for instance, to show more tools you can choose from. Select the ellipse tool, and the menu of tools is hidden. Click to select this selection tool again. This is a tool you'll use a lot to do things like select and move content. Then come out to the document and click to select some artwork. Look in the Properties panel to the right of the document. The Properties panel shows the options available for the content you select, like position and size of the selected content, appearance properties, and a host of quick actions down here. The options in the Properties panel change depending on what's selected. You can even click any of these underlined options to see additional options available. You'll see a few other panels up here as well, like Layers and Libraries. To access the layers, to the right of the document, you can click the Layers panel tab to show the Layers panel. You can then click the Properties panel tab again to show that panel. If you find that you need more space in the document window to work on your document, you can also click the arrow at the top of the dock panels to collapse them. This will give you a little more space to work. To show the panels again, you can either click on a panel name to show the one panel, and then click on the tab or the panel name again to collapse it, or you can click that arrow again at the top of the dock panels to show them all. Panels like the Properties panel or the Tools panel can be opened from the Window menu up here. Any panel that has a check mark is open and currently showing. Let's try opening another panel. Click Align to open the Align panel group in this Window menu. This group is called Free Floating because it's not docked with the other default panels on the right. You can move panels by dragging the title bar at the top. You can also dock one or more of the panels on the right or left side of the workspace. Try dragging the Align panel by the tab to the right, and when a blue highlight appears in the Properties panel group up here, release the mouse button. The panel is added to the group. You can also do the same thing in reverse by dragging these panels by their tab out of the dock and make them free-floating. Click the X at the top of the remaining group to close it. Of course, as you start opening and closing and rearranging your panels, you may find you want to reset everything in order to reorganize and clean up the workspace. To do this, you can reset the workspace. In the application bar above the document, click Essentials and choose Reset Essentials to put all of the panels back to their default locations. If you see something else chosen, choose Essentials first, and then choose Reset Essentials. Now that you're becoming more familiar with the Illustrator workspace and how to manage panels, as you begin to work in Illustrator, you can more easily organize the panels in a way that makes sense to you and your working style. You can close this practice file by choosing File, Close, without saving.